Please welcome onto the ice ahead of the Under-18 Division 1 National Finals, the Leeds Junior Knights. The Junior Knights are made of number 3, Rocky Jenkinson, number 4, Lawrence Dean, wearing 8, their captain, Edgar Vegas, 13, Jonas Bennett, 19, David Smith, 27, James Windsor, 29, Joshua Hartley, 35, Harry Dixley, 37, Evan Braden, 38, Ollie Straw, 49, Joshua Noble, netminder wears 53, James Anderson, and their second netminder wearing 56, Harrison McCourt, wearing 66, Rocco Allen, 71, Lance Tor, wearing 88, Mia Ford, 89, Tiny Marshall, 91, Ilan Berman, 93, Noah Personal, 96, Ben Elliott, and 97, Grant O'Sullivan. That is your team icing here this afternoon for the Leeds Junior Knights Under-18s. formal goal play, please kindly return pucks to timekeeping box, pucks to timekeeping box, and please make your way to your respective team benches. We are just moments away from the under-18s Division 1 national final. The Leeds Junior Knights in the blue and yellow facing off against the Nottingham Lions.
Time for the under-18s national final. It's for Nottingham Lions versus the Leeds Junior Knights. Who is going to take home the big one this weekend? Stick down, puck shot, and roll for the under-18s Division 1 national final. And these two sides do not like each other. It's Lions versus Knights. The first shot goes away, and here we go, already for mind games as Harvey Kembry makes an early save, and this is what this match is going to be full of. If you like excitement and physical hockey, a lot's going to be here. And Kembry faced the first shot, went straight into his glove, 3 went past him. Their victory against Swindon. Both from the north, the only North v North final we have today. Big hit coming out there. The Junior Knights beat the South champions Haringey. Cedric Vengis walks it into the zone. The GB under-18s forward gets pushed on by 3 of the Lions players. Rather aggressive start with this lower line they've put out with Kidd, Adam Clark round. Clark's eyeing up Exley here. Goes to play the body, gets shoved off it. Vengis across towards Ben Elliott, under-16s national champion from this morning. It's cleared out towards Ben Elliott. We'll get fresh legs out as Leeds bring it back into the zone. It's Vengis. Stolen off by the star boy Rushby, one of 2 Nottingham players to score a hat-trick yesterday in their semi-final against Swindon. Birchnell only got himself a brace, missed a penalty shot. That man in the Leeds goal, James Adamson, had a fantastic game. Some amazing saves against Haringey. Kept the scoring low, at least for the London side. 10 was scored by Leeds as the wheels fell off for Haringey at the end of the day. And that's going to go for icing. And Leeds have to stay out with the tired legs. Lions off the draw. Rushby tried pushing forward. It's swiped off him by Ben Elliott. Played round towards Liam Orton-Shaw. Top line out there, back with Rushby. Trying to give and go to Thomas. Going to be picked up by Tor as he gets laid upon by Theo Thomas. The scrum comes out to Rushby and someone's lost a sick through off the blocker. Adamson sees his first shot. They try and jam it home. youngsters as Liam Morton-Shaw sizes up tall. Pushing forward again, Rushby. Cleared up towards Maverick, the blue line. Leeds do well, though, to clear it out. Birchnell will track back with Sam Miller. Miller played a lone game with the GB Under-18s at the World Championships. And Tasagio, there's a save made by Kembry. The rebound was wayward and out of nowhere appeared one of the Leeds forwards. The third forward has a quick passing through, and now they're going to have to move quickly. Phil Thomas through, and Adamson just sees that wide of his net. Chances at both sides, and there's going to be no icing here as James Mather, at the end of a long shift, is going to sweep this round back to Sam Miller. He's still not likely at full fitness. We'll see what he can offer with his bucket loads of GB experience to this Lions side. Almost every player here on both sides has played some level of seniors, mostly with the NIHL 1 teams. 2 National League players signed for Leeds as well. That was announced for Friday before the tournament started here in Sheffield. Rushby down towards Regan Kidd. The former Sheffield man gets hit late by Lawrence Dean. Dean, not the biggest of figures, but I'm afraid to try and set the tone. Out comes fresher legs as now Ewan Woodward steps out, off onto the blue line. Liam Morton-Shaw. Lions go offside, was hit late. Offside, go for Lions as it's brought in towards the boards. Woodward tied up, Rushby. Oh, sorry, Clark sends it in. Picked up by Regan Kidd. There's a penalty coming up against Nottingham, and a couple of big hits there by Adam Clark as the big man is going to go for an elbowing here. First power play of the game going to the Leeds Junior Knights. Tone well and truly been set here at Sheffield. Leeds would love to win another national title. They've got 2 more chances. They've already got the 16s. They'd love 18s to go along with the 14s. They're also favourite for the power play to get a good chance of opening the scoring. Hartley couldn't control it. Wigington gets their first though. It's up in front, and the Lions a developing penalty kill on the senior stage. It's one of the weak points last season. It's improved massively. Aggressive on the forecheck's going to open up space though, as Franco Sullivan, who got a hat-trick in the under-16s game, steps forward, decides to just curl out. Back up top towards the quarterback, Jonas Bennett. Will be wristed in towards the net. Blocked down by Edgars Vengis, and Harvey Kembry pushes that one aside before the Lions clear it out. First minute of the power play gone for Leeds, stuck in their own zone. A pair of them yesterday in the semi-final. Still trapped in their own zone with 36 seconds to go. That's turned over towards Rushby, and now he plays it down, and a bit of space opens up short-handed. He's got Regan Kidd with him. Rushby pushing forward, short-handed. Rushby just wide of the net. Adamson may have just got something on that, and he'll send it down the length of the ice as Leeds get their second power play line out. Count towards Regan Kidd. 15 seconds left for Leeds to try and make work of it. seconds tick down on the power play. It doesn't even make it into the zone, and now Bertrand will try and turn it back the other way. Thomas gets it into the Leeds ice. Back to 5-on-5 they go. Kieran Smith out in front, chipped off of Torstick. No icing. Out to Sam Miller. Space to work with, and he's starting to play around the goal anyway. Risky movers. That's where the strength in numbers was for Leeds. That's tipped off the stick of Birchnell. It's going to go for icing. They've still got that top line out. They've set the lines back out, Nottingham. Play off the face-off, aiming to shoot, couldn't do so, and a big hit. A few murmurs from the Nottingham bench. Was told it was the most handsome bench out of all of the teams here this weekend. On a high stick against Kingston Mackenzie, not going to be. That's just a little too far ahead. Luke Birchnell, so he'll be sent back in by Leeds. Miller brings it in for the Lions. Wrists it in from range, just wide of Adamson's net. Sam Miller has some power in his shot, and it looked like it had beaten Adamson in the Leeds goal. Picking the pocket there was Birchnell, but Leeds will clear it out of the zone, and Sam Miller, under a little bit of pressure, plays it back towards Theo Thomas. Kick to centre ice. Birchnell couldn't get there for the Lions, so he'll be settled back with the Knights. And Evan Braden. To Jenkinson. Hard-fought battle at the blue line, turns the other way. The Lions, Mather with a big stick check. Clear out the zone briefly. Oh, it's kept in by Braden. Well skated there. Back round to Mather, and the pace just slows down a little bit. Nearly 8 minutes gone. Across to Woodward. Now space over on this near side. Ewan Woodward cuts into the middle, trying to get onto his forehand. Wristed in straight into the chest. Luke Birchnell sizing up Adamson, and now we'll get a bit of handbags as well. Both these sides. You can sense the rivalry between them, and already the tension is palpable. The two best under-18 sides in the country. This is the big one you want to win is for juniors. Down the boards it came, collected by Woodward, out through to Regan Kidd. Kidd drops off to Orton Shaw. Just have to send that down, batted out the air by Kidd, back up to Orton Shaw, cleared out by Leeds. Mackenzie is two of them pressing him, who finds a passing option across onto the far side, and again, entry back with Regan Kidd. That's a wayward shot. It comes back around to this near side, done a full circle to Mackenzie. Out of the zone, it will fall again. Regan Kidd back in a defensive position. Will collect the puck for his side. Woodward fans on the first time, gets moving with Orton Shaw, who's in a much different position than normal. As the Lions go for a change, Bertrand's going to have to be careful here. Chip down. Back out comes this Lions top line. We're still scoreless after 9 minutes. To Wigington. Slowed down by Sam Miller, picked off by Rushby. The Lions panic and send it back down to the line 63. Rushby cuts through two of them, winds up a big one straight into the chest. He scored like that one. Lions crash back in, and Adamson stands tall and makes first two saves as Rushby, full effort, tries to get past Edgars Vengis. Able to do so. Round it comes again, space for the Lions, but it falls out. Exley in the lead zone. Long chase for these sides here as around Mather, he gets dangled by one of the Leeds players. Rushby will press on, and now it's given up to Theo Thomas. Birchnell's there, tries batting it out of the air, up to Sam Miller, wristed in towards the goal, that comes wide, back out to James Mather. They've got two Portman who both love to shoot. Mather this time round, and he misses. Miller collects that up, straight into the legs of Miller, down at the exit of the corner. full scrum, pops out, and great stick check by Max Torv. It slows the Lions attack down, but have come out with strength in numbers towards the centre of the ice. Theo Thomas reacts quicker to it round the back of the net and gets there first. He's hammered down, penalty coming up, and a Nottingham Lions power play. More words to be said. Theo Thomas slow to get on, that'll be a big loss as Hixley is taking him down by Sam Millows. No, it is Theo Thomas, apologies, so he will head to the bench. Who's going to be the other forward then? The Lions keep on the top line now. Looks like Ewan Woodward's come out to join the top line forwards. Alton Shaw and Kingston McKenzie, the defensive pairing as they win the face-off to start their first power play. Alton Shaw to McKenzie. McKenzie joining the Swedish Junior League, the second division, under 18s, the J18 regional next season. This could be his last ever game for the Lions. At least as a junior out in front, mishandled. McKenzie keeps it in. Alton Shaw back across to McKenzie. Down into the corner, Rushby slow to get it off the board. That flies down towards Harvey Kembry in the Lions' goal. Alton Shaw to Birchnell. Cruises it into the zone. Quick passing, trying to open up a bit of space. There's a minute left on the man advantage. Miss. Collected again by the Lions, and Leeds send it down towards Kembry, who'll collect with 50 seconds left on the power play for the Lions. Their first look at it. Leeds 0 for 1 so far. Will the Lions join them? Theo Thomas back out on the ice, a weak pass. And the Lions scramble a bit to not lose possession in a dangerous area. They might do so now. Regan Kidd to get back rather promptly as here comes Kieran Smith. Backhand it. Off the side netting for the Lions, and space opens up, and Kieran Smith putting in a great shift here. Well on the forecheck, and Alton Shaw laying a hit on afterwards. The nervy stuff for the Lions at the back end of this opening power play. Nexley stood ready to come out, brought into the zone. Across to Rushby again, right at the exits of the power play as Rushby opens up a bit of space, stepping forward. Alex Rushby hesitates just wide of the net. It was a well-timed move. It's going to take a lot to beat Adamson if he plays anything like he did yesterday. Across to Malva, wrist shot in, and trying to crash it. Adamson scrambles, and he's just laying on top of it. And that's exactly what I'm on about when you say he's going to take a lot to beat Adamson if he plays like he did yesterday. With 17-year-old stats for the season for both senior and under 18s, and nothing to write home about. But yesterday, stood tall and played fantastic. Lifted up, down as a man lurking here is moving quickly. Josh Hartley, the MVP of the under-16s national final. There's a big hit penalty coming up against Ewan Woodward. Interference. Leeds will get another look on the power play. Both sides 0 for 1 to start this. Leeds in the face, so it falls out towards its near side. Its Lions top line have been out for a long time with power plays, back-to-back kills and power plays and the lot. Behind the net of Kembry, out to the hash marks, played down low, trying to filter through from Edgars Vengis. Mava can't clear it, back out in front of Kembry's goal. It just takes a deflection and falls into this near side corner. O'Sullivan Down low to Hartley. To Jonas Bennett. Edgar's Vengis trying to open up a bit of space. That's blocked by the leg of Luke Birchnell. First 45 seconds gone for Leeds. Real tactical game out here on the special teams, as it should be. Up towards Jonas Bennett. Back down low and a mishandle, and Mather pounces on it. Big hit on towards Edgar's Vengis. He gets closed down as Leeds fall asleep. That's going to be cleared out by James Mather, and that'll be 50 seconds remaining. They're actually going to have a bit of a two-on-one here. Here's Theo Thomas, short-handed for the Lions, just missing the tip there from Luke Birchnell. And now Leeds can come back the other way. They steady it into the zone. They've got a 4-on-3, played across to just over Frank O'Sullivan's stick. Space though for Hartley. One time in, kick saved by Kembry. And the Lions get back into their positions quickly as things look like they could have fallen apart rather quickly. It's McKenzie. He'll take a tumble, and Norton Shaw trying to force Edgar's Vengis as wide as possible. Vengis pulling the lines apart, and he scores! Right through the 5-hole, 16 seconds left on the power play. Edgar's Vengis has pulled Nottingham right apart, and they lead in the under-18s national final. Couple of the Lions defencemen just pulled out to this near side and got dragged away by Edgus as he moved across. Now Leeds can try and get going what they do so often. If they get one, just push onwards. Rushby back into his zone, trying to strike back from his side, straight into the chest of Adamson. And he'll hold on to that one, not been challenged for a while. 5 minutes left in the opening period. Our showpiece final of the weekend. The face-off. It's played down into the corner from Birchnell, but Rushby slow to get there. Across to McKenzie, out of the zone. They're chased by Leeds as Leeds going to have to hurry back. Some fast skating there from O'Sullivan, and Leeds high on confidence. Nottingham in a bit of a slump right now. This top line again, been out so long, looking tired already. No 16s for Nottingham this year, so lots of them only on their second game. Played the same time yesterday. Rushby across to him. Tries playing it through. Across to the other side. Rushby carries it all the way. Nearly looped over Kingston McKenzie. There'll be a scramble to try and get Adamson to hold on to it. And now we'll get some handbags, and the linesmen are quick to jump in and split it all up. Steps up, wins the face-off. Back towards Mather, takes a couple ranks to get it down the boards. Unable to do so the first time. Regan Kidd behind the Lions goal. Miller waits up top. It's a weak pass, and Sam Miller has to commit, and he's been beaten. Great tidying up by Ewan Woodward. Slows down Marshall on coming. Back the other way with James Mather. It's Adam Clark. Down to Regan Kidd. Cross to Adam Clark, and there's a few extra whacks and a penalty coming up against Leeds. Kembry goes to the bench. It's not going to reach there before the sixth man comes out, and another penalty coming up. They're alternating which ones, and now it's the Lions' turn to try and strike back on the power play. As actually heads into the box for a second time this game for holding. He protests his innocence. Face off again, linesman not happy with it. it.
Wearing 35, Harry Exley, 2 minutes for holding. Penalty against the Leeds Junior Knights, 35, Harry Exley, 2 minutes for holding. That penalty time, 16 minutes,
Boards towards Alex Rushby.
1-8.
Morton Shaw waits up high, he'll go to him. Mackenzie wants it, and he'll get it. Closed down rather quickly, his wrist shot loops over the top, and Rushby just a little slow to try and press. Back towards Liam Morton Shaw. To Rushby, awkward off the boards. And Leeds will comfortably try and clear it out of zone. Morton Shaw moves out at the blue line, and Leeds move the other way short-handed. Fengus nearly popped up. Decided to bail out at the last second, and now they've come with a bit of space. It's Kingston Mackenzie pushing forward. Mackenzie wide of the net, it falls out of the zone. Morton Shaw collects it just before it kicked on all the way down to Lions Ice. Rushby, Lions just look a little panicked right now. First minute gone. So with Luke Birchnell down onto his forehand short side. Will be held onto by Adamson. We'll pick it up again. Leeds fresh killers out. Morton Shaw. Poor pass again from the Lions. It's going to be jumped on by Leeds, and I'll be happy to just send this down the length of the ice and kill out some extra seconds. There's 35 of them left on the Nottingham power play. Across to Rushby in a bit of space in front of the penalty boxes. It's over 2 minutes remaining in the period. Rushby puts the brakes on. Regan Kidd waits in front. Fed to him. One timer from Kidd gets blocked, and Rushby jumps back on it to collect. Miller. Rushby again. Up high to Sam Miller. Wristing from range. Took a deflection on the way and then blocked at the end. Out to Kingston Mackenzie in space. Through and into the glove. Adamson denies Josh Rowlands. It appeared. Right place, right time. But the netminder, Adamson, is really zoned in right now. Down the length for the ice, and power play is over. Exley out of the box. So James Mather across to Ewan Woodward. It's heavy. Let it go for icing. It's not going to, as Ewan Woodward looked to be winning the race there. It's called very early. Off, push towards the net of Harvey Kembury. Can't be kept in at the blue line, and now Ewan Woodward down across onto this near side. Woodward pushing forward onto the backhand try, jamming it short side off the side netting. Picks it back up to Mather, wristed in, that's blocked. And Autumn Shaw off the bench will collect. Woodward tries to toe drag it round, opens up a tiny bit of space, trying to pick a corner from a tight angle. He can't do so. Back down low, and there's nets come off, so it will be whistled back with 59 seconds left in the period. So then top line back out for the final minutes of this opening period. It's going to be held onto by Adamson as tries crashing it home. Down into the Lions zone, picked up by Mackenzie. Turned over to Leeds. We just be chipped down by Edgars Vengis. Round to Kingston Mackenzie, 30 seconds left in the period. Out towards Rushby. passage just too far ahead of anyone of worth for him. So Leeds collect and send it back down on towards the Lions goal. They'll be happy with how this period has played out so far. They might be even happy if they can pull a second here. Well defended by Birchner as there's a bit of a mess as they scramble over Harvey Kembury. A little bit of an error and a nervous moment at the end of the period for Nottingham. 13 seconds remain in it. It in from range, that bounced awkwardly. Now the Lions gonna have to move it quickly off the board. It's gonna go down for icing. They'll have 3 seconds left and a bit of a panicked play. Leeds will have one more chance to try and create something off of a face-off. They should have enough time if they've got a play ready. Of the net, and it'll be picked up in the corner. That's going to be it for the opening period. After 20 minutes, it's a lone goal for the Leeds Lions that gives them the advantage.
That was the signals the end of the first period. The Leeds Junior Knights take the lead heading into the second period. 1 goal scored. The Nottingham Lions yet to score. That's all the important under-18s junior national trophy up for grabs. We'll be back in the second period in just a few moments' time. This is a game. Buzzer means we are ready to go for the second period. The Leeds Junior Knights lead 1-0. The Nottingham Lions yet to score. Are you here, the Leeds Junior Knights? Or are you here, the Nottingham Lions?
Second period time of the under-18s national final. Leeds have the advantage with a goal 2-0 against the Lions. It was a power play goal by Edgar Vengis. Both sides physical, trying to get in their opponents' heads. Brilliant pass out in the back though. Here comes Regan Kidd in a bit of space. Sent towards the net. Adam Clark will collect it now to Woodward. Back towards Clark. Now Regan Kidd out in front, just across the face of goal. Both teams have been so disciplined in their defensive structures. Mother turns and it's loose in front, and Leeds are going to have to sweep that away. The Lions saw none of that puck, but they are going to ice it. Top line out for the Lions to match up against this Leeds top line. Birchall trying to crash forward. Shot from Theo Thomas gets blocked. They'll race towards getting it out and icing the puck on the second period. Rather hard. It's that long change. That's going to do Leeds some problems. There's a little bit of contact from behind. One of the Lions players has lost their stick, and now Leeds will stretch this out. It's not going to go for icing as Vengis picks it up, and Kembry makes the save late. Good work there by Vengis to negate the icing, stepping forward. Rushby steps up. It's O'Sullivan for the face-off. It's won by Frank O'Sullivan. Sent through the legs of Rushby by Elliott. Now the tip just wide, and that time the tip did connect, but Kembry reacted to it. That's through the back, and now here comes Luke Birchnell. Luke Birchnell just runs out of room for the pass back towards Theo Thomas. Out in front, Rushby scores! Nottingham tie the game! Alex Rushby, it's inevitable! Out in front. We said how disciplined they've been, and there it pays off. It's Nottingham 1, Leeds 1. Top line have been out for so long. This line's top line works very well there together. They're going to be tied come the end of it. Not compared to Leeds, who already had some of them. This will be their fourth game. A little bit of physical stuff. Turn back over to the Lions. Now Kingston McKenzie steps forward. Across to Birch, who started off that play. Crossing to the opposite corner to Theo Thomas. Applied to Orton Shaw. Wristed towards the net, straight into the chest of Adamson. Unusual service has resumed for the Leeds netminder. Now the game all square again, has just that little bit of extra excitement. It's face-off stolen out, and Woodward! Lions take the lead, forget the tie game! He picks the puck in at the top of the slot, and he slots it home, and Adamson's been beaten twice in the space of a minute. Nottingham lead here in Sheffield. That second line for Nottingham, the minute they come out again. Ewan Woodward, a real workhorse of this Lions 18 side. Jack of all trades type player. England under 16s and GB under 16s. It's lazy from the Leeds forwards. He just picks the pocket, slots it home. Adamson with this shot right in front of him, not able to react to it. Haringey did it a couple times. And Nottingham with their first lead into the game, just at the start of the second period. Up towards Jonas Bennett, wristed in. Stays low though, so it's cleared out of the zone as this doesn't go for icing. Lawrence Dean down in the corner. Miscommunication gives possession back to the Lions, and Birchnell stepping forward. Down low to Theo Thomas, back up to Birchnell, one-time shot straight under the armpit there of Adamson. Now get his confidence back up, making a comfortable save like that. Up in front, quick shot by Birchnell, gets blocked by his teammate Theo Thomas. Lions trying to pepper the shots now of Adamson. They see they've rocked his confidence. By to McKenzie, falls out of the zone. They'll be chased by Jake Wigginton down the length of the ice. He gets hit very hard there. Wigginton pushing forward. China, big top corner, just a little low, and it's off the blocker of Kembury and sent down the length of the ice. Rushby is all alone. Rushby! Oh, what a save that is! Adamson nearly kicks in his own net. In pure panic, trying to set back up. But Adamson, forget his stats, he is absolutely dialed in this weekend. And that's a fantastic save to be making against such a top player. Leeds the other way, 2-on-2. The pass is brilliant. Kembury full stretch out, and they panic to jump on it. But Harvey Kembury saved it again so far at both ends. Adamson with a blocker, Kembury full stretch out, and the Lions camp, they love that one. Elliott, wristed in from range, it's blocked, and we cleared out the zone off of the legs of the second goal scorer, Ewan Woodward. There's a poor pass out towards Adamson. He's going to get a face-off there. There's Regan Kidd spraying Adamson again. The mind game's coming into play here. Face-off won by Nottingham. The point men being closed down quickly. A shot though from James Mather gets play rolling back low, and the forwards from Leeds a bit more committed off the face-off, so that's what they need. And that'll be cleared out. Good work there by the defenseman, and now a 2-on-1 entering the zone. Mather's got back rather promptly there as it comes towards the net of Harvey Kembury. A hit on towards Franco Sullivan, and possession turns back the other way. Aimed pass towards Alex Rushby, but a bit of contact. Eventually find his way to Sam Miller. He's brought down. Well won there by Leeds. Out an awkward bounce. Can't find Kieran Smith, and Regan Kidd out there doing all of the mind games here. Rushby, good face-off, will hammer this round towards Luke Birchnell, evades the Lions captain, sent towards the net of Kembury, and he'll play that out as Leeds get themselves back over the right side of the blue line. To Kingston McKenzie, sent in on net from range, the rebound is there, Adamson's trying to get back set, and he's done well, quick enough, as he just nicks that over with his glove. He's trying to come back the other way, a bit sloppy on the Lions blue line, but they'll regain possession with Lawrence Dean. Hartley to Theo Thomas, McKenzie towards Alex Rushby again, collects it from his back and gains his own, trying to put the brakes on. Well worked there by Lawrence Dean, man marking Rushby briefly, just playing the body, made it difficult for likes to try and do his standard moves round. He'll nearly get it done that time, and Edgar's Vengus is lurking in the back, and he's going to be free here, just going to run out of ice. Sam Miller did just enough against his GB18's teammate to slow him down. Round the back, Mava will read that, and the lines will clear it out towards Theo Thomas, who's just tied up. There's going to be no icing, though. Rushby towards the goal in front, brought down, penalty incoming against Leeds, and there's a few extras behind the play. To the lines, back onto the power play, 0 for 2 so far. This time it's going to be Josh Noble who heads to the box. Nice cut after this. 14 minutes before then, though. Lions power play, just getting a bit of water on board. It will be their top line that step out. Got 3 defencemen out there right now. Mava playing as a forward. It comes out towards Kingston McKenzie. Now down with James Mavi. Bounce over his glove, opens up into a bit of space for Mava. Straight into the chest of Adamson. A little sizing knock onto him. Again, the mind games. Holding cool against Noble. Face off one by Mava, one-timer, flashing the glove there. Clever drawn up play from head coach Paul Glosser. Rushby normally the centre. Put himself in a shooting position. It was Mava who took the face off. He'll now vacate for Theo Thomas. They'll do it again. Get it to Rushby for the shot. They'll do so. Out towards Rushby, just wide of the net. He tried to pick the corner. And it's back out to Liam Morton-Shaw. Down towards Rushby. Trailing man Birchnow turns the puck over. Mishandles that one, and Leeds can cruise it out of his own. First 30 seconds of the Lions power play gone. McKenzie. Heavy away from Birchnow. He still closes that down and gains possession around Lawrence Dean. By Thomas. Fanning on the clearance attempt, and Birchnell's in a bit of space. He has to regain control of that one, though, and it's loose. And throwing the body on is Adamson. Not letting anything through there. Off to the right of Adamson. 13 minutes remain in the period. We approach the halfway stage. One-timer from Regan Kidd just goes over the board. Over the net rather than Franco Sullivan tries to dance his way out of trouble. And lurking in the back is Wigington. He's slow to turn against Sam Miller. Wigington, great skating though once he's got going. He's been tied up by Miller in the corner. The puck will break free as the Lions were able to outnumber them. They give it back cheaply, and Leeds are going to do the same thing. In return the favour as Regan Kidd gets it in the zone, across towards Rushby. His pocket gets picked, and it's sent down, and Kembury might have to hold this one, and he'll do so. Clever play, actually, from Harvey Kembury across, and that's picked up the pace a bit here. And Harvey Kembury may have done a worldie of a play, but Leeds defend nicely again as they send it down the length of the ice towards him. 15 seconds left on the man advantage. Strong kill right now. A penalty coming up against Nottingham right at the end of their power play. And Leeds are going to get an opportunity in 7 seconds' time. So rare one, we've got Sam Miller in the box for tripping, but it's Elliott who's gone for embellishment. And it's going to be 4 on 3. Sorry, 5 on 4. Soon back to 5 on 5. Nottingham in the face of it. I've sent it down for length for the ice. They're trying to pick out Theo Thomas, unable to do so. Back down for length for the ice towards Kingston McKenzie. Done on ice, but the players only just come out of the box. Now back to 5 on 5 hockey. McKenzie skates his way down nicely, getting the wheels moving. Back up by Dalton Shaw. Theo Thomas makes it across in space. One-timer. It's loose after being blocked. Back with the Lions. Deflected into the corner from Rushby. Birchner. And across to Theo Thomas after an awkward scramble. Birchner, one-timer. Just getting let down in time was Adamson. It deflected off the top, and the Lions cross over each other a bit. Just onto Birchman's forehand, 5-goal Lions score, 5 on 5. They extend the lead to 2, and now they've got a buffer against the Leeds side, who's done this to teams all season. Now the Lions return the favour. They're going to start to show them what it's like to be hit by a train. Just like the 16's final, Harringay scored first, but Leeds got rolling afterwards. The same situation may be appearing here. What fight back the Leeds have. Because right now, the second period has been all Midlands. What can the Yorkshire side do? Down for home county. Walton Shaw has a bit of afters. There's a great forecheck there by Jenkinson. He's only had a few shifts this game, but he's shown to be well, and he's still playing on hard as a slash that goes amiss as Birchall puts the brakes on of these top forwards, really showing their worth. Rushby on a swivel, collects it back off the side of the netting. A clever play that caught everyone, including some of the Lions players, off guard. Big hit there by Rushby, kept in at the blue line by Alton Shaw. Rushby again, it's blocked by Laurenstein, and he's been fantastic so far. Off the skate, they can't clear it though. This time they will do with Jonas Bennett, and they settle down with Birchall, who gets pulled back. They want to call, the arm stays down. Rushby found his body at it. He's offside though, so he'll swing out. Jenkinson sets up Milan. His shot just goes wide of Kembury's net. Cross towards Regan Kidd, plays it in quickly. He'll be chased by Adam Clark. He's got Exley lined up. Two-man press. Turns a putback as Regan Kidd will get his body in the right place, and he'll send it back down the boards. Miller and Elliott both ready to come out of the box at the next pause. Opens up towards Regan Kidd, just cutting across the face of goal off Adam Clark. He tries to play it back in, and Adamson will juggle it into his glove and hold on to it halfway through this game. Such a tight, close, competitive final. The physicality, the pace, everything a part of the senior hockey which the majority of these players have played. I think the only ones that haven't are the ones that aren't of the age to do so yet. Showing the quality between these two sides. Alton Shaw. It's past the first man. McKenzie, the high stick, it will be given, and Leeds will touch that and send it towards Kingston McKenzie, but it'll be blown dead. He'll get a face-off all over again. Rushby, loses the face-off, clever play by Leeds, and off to the races here is Kieran Smith. Birchnell matches him for pace. Swiped away though by O'Sullivan. Offside go Leeds, it's brought back in by Sullivan. Down into the boards, Liam Morton-Shaw finishes his check. This tied it up only as far as Lawrence Dean, who had some kick in his shot, made its way to Kembry. That blocked on the return from the opposite side. Now it comes down to Alex Rushby, but Exley will collect for the Knights. Towards Kingston Mackenzie. Liam Morton-Shaw. Chipped in by Mackenzie again, and they'll get some fresh legs out as Birchnell will chase. Mackenzie waits to be able to go for a change. That's deflected up into the air, and Rushby will cruise his way back onto the puck. Noble hits him hard. Stolen by Regan Kidd, out in front, trying to tip it, it's crashed home! Not given! The lines thought it was in, they wrap it around, still not given, that one is given! Very late call by the referee, blows his whistle before the signal. He can't make up his mind, but the lines have been given the goal. And well, a rather anticlimactic way to put the puck in the net. It looked like the first shot had gone in, it was waved off. They say that second one went in, they're going to try and claim the net was off, but I think the refs will argue that it was Adamson who played it out. Oh, that discussion's going to go on for a while, I think, long after this game's done. We've got 8 minutes left in the period. We might see that discussed at the ice cut. Luke Birchnell has been credited with the goal. Mather opens up a bit of space. Plays that low off of the leg of Adamson. Down low to Adam Clark. Plays it round the boards and will be picked up by Woodward. Up towards Mather again. He slaps that towards the goal. That flies out of the glove of Adamson, but he did enough to keep it out of the back of his net. It's hit there by Adam Clark's going to give Leeds a bit of space. It's well won by Ewan Woodward, though. Nottingham turned the other way, and Adamson with a great save there out of nowhere. The turnovers have been deadly for Leeds, and now we get some more afters, and that's going to be a penalty. There's Adam Clark doing a bit of the rough stuff now. Sorry, it's James Mather. No, it will be Adam Clark. So Leeds will get a power play to try and reduce the deficit. Off one up towards Bennett, sent towards the net of Kembry. It's along the way. Adam Clark, a 2-minute penalty for roughing. Leeds already scored 1 goal on the power play for a lone goal of this game. They'll look for another here. It's up to Jonas Bennett, wristed in from range just wide of the net. Flat cut fine, and I don't think Kembry was rather confident that it hadn't gone past him. Back out to Edgars Vengis, who scored the lone goal for Leeds. Bennett pulling him apart again, a fantastic passing play. Nottingham retrieve it just briefly. They've been pulled apart again. Committing too much as this Nottingham side. It's allowing the Star Boys, the future National League players, of Vengis and Bennett to pull them apart. Across to Hartley. Spots Vengis over on the far side. Mishandles that one, so be across, and Kembry makes the initial save, a scramble, try and put it home. And the whistle is going to be done, and now the Leeds fans are going to argue about that one. They're going to claim it was the exact same as the 4th goal for the Lions. And they may not have much wrong with that case. Very similar scenarios. The same scramble. Into the glass, played down as Liam Morton-Shaw gets his hurry on. Just over 6 minutes remain in the period. to Harley. He's hit hard. That's going to be a penalty coming up against Liam Morton-Shaw. He's been aggressive with the hits. Going to go 6-on-4 briefly, unless he can't hit it. For Liam Morton-Shaw, it's going to be a boarding call. We'll get 5-on-3. So 2 players in the box for the Lions. Leeds. Great opportunity to try and great opportunity then for the Leeds Knights to try and close this game back into a 2-goal deficit. Bennett, some range. Kembry makes the initial save, swiped away. That's off. Down the length of the ice. 25 seconds remaining of 5-on-3. Leeds have been so good at tearing the Lions apart, breaking their discipline on this power play. Well structured power play, which trying to try and work it into the middle. They're not well to do that as of yet, but they've used their skating ability to open up lanes. Adam Clark's been told to go down into the power play, or into the kill, sorry. Swiped away from Hartley, and Clark comes out. They'll try and put the pressure on at the right minute, and they'll be able to be cleared out by Mather. The Lions move forward short-handed. Mather down the length of the ice. And clever work there done by Adam Clark. They'll return the favour. Mather is going to juggle it between the 2 zones. Out in front, offside go for Lions, and Rushby would have been in for a great short-handed chance, just a little bit too ahead of himself going over the blue line. Seconds left on the man advantage for Leeds. They search for their 2nd goal of the game. Cross towards Noble. Bristed in from range. Kembry flickers his blocker at Vans. Wide anyway, and Mather, who's been fantastic on this kill since coming on at the start of 5-on-3, sends that back down in towards Leeds territory. Fresh legs out for the Lions. That's sent down, and this is going to go for icing. With 29 seconds left of the man advantage. Just over 4.5 minutes in the period before the ice cut. Face-off briefly won by Leeds. Oh wow, Rushby on a spin on one hand on his stick, trying to get that towards the net. Face-off had been lost by the Lions, and Leeds pushed forward, but Rushby still managed to get something on and calm things down, as the other way Leeds would have been hurrying on. Leeds win the face-off to the opposite side, and this time they will get out of the zone. Swift Tor, Liam Morton-Shaw's 20 seconds left on the box, and offside are Leeds. That's going to kill off 10 of them. Lifted up, down the ice towards the net of Adamson. He's going to have to hold on to it again as Rushby closes in on him. Nottingham enjoying their time out on the ice right now. Leeds just looking a little lost. Sent back up towards Kingston McKenzie. GB under 16s pushes forward. It's a little late, and back to full strength go the Lions. Zoltan Shaw tries to pull himself into a passing option. They'll go round the boards instead to McKenzie. Cruise it in. Thomas back door, trying to slam it home just wide of his stick. As Rushby gets back in the corner. Regan Kidd having to spin off his man. Mackenzie will keep it in just ahead of the blue line. 3.5 left. Out back come Leeds, just over the right side of the line rather, was Noah Percival, and I think he felt he was offside. He just took a bit of steam out of his chase there. That's given the lines to put back. It was a well-timed skate there by Percival in the end. It's just not worked in his favour. 3 minutes remaining in the period. Stretch pass all the way out and offside. Oh, Leeds don't leave it, but Kingston Mackenzie really throwing his body out there, as now they're marking the low-lurking Alex Rushby. They'll send it down the length of the ice, and this will go for icing. But Leeds try doing the same with a man lurking high at the blue line. The pass was near perfect, and Kingston Mackenzie, full dive out there, really made it difficult. So out of the zone it comes, chased down by Theo Thomas, space for the lines number 25. Just getting pulled back, runs out of room, he'll pull out of his challenge. Rushby using his hips to get moving. Birchnell keeps it at the blue line, and Rushby brings it back down low. Trying to jam it short side, Adamson has it though. Rushby will have to try again if he wants to tuck one home. Steps up for the face-off, loses out to the night, sent down in towards the oncoming Josh Hartley. They'll ice it instead. They'll go back down into the lead zone with 2:19 to go. Steps up again, he's tied up. Jonas Bennett take that off him, pressed by 2, he's hit late. Brought down by the man who laid the body check, tied it up through, neutralised by the Lions, and it'll be sent back into the corner for Lawrence Dean. To Hartley. Can't clear it as Mather collects the bounce off his stick and bounce up into the netting, and we'll get a face-off. Mather a little cross-check onto Wigington. Wigington a little look at the linesman if that was going to be called, but he's mistaken of no armband. The referee looking to the benches before this incident happened. Rushby trying to push forward. It's going to be a pile up onto the puck. It breaks free now. He's trying to get moving. Pocketed there by Regan Kidd. Steps forward, just deflects wide. And Theo Thomas, a hold on to Jonas Bennett, wins the puck back for the Lions. Sent down low off of Hartley. It stops at the half ball, and Bennett moves forward again. And now the young star gets moving. Sent in towards Kembury. He'll just hold on to that for good measure. Captain Edgar Zvengis asks his lines to stay. Perhaps there's something in the mind of their number 8 for Leeds. Lines, but straight up high to Lawrence Dean as they tried to clear it. His shot got blocked along the way. Round up towards Jonas Bennett. Dean wants it across on the opposite side. Keeps just on the blue line. Theo Thomas unable to muscle it out. Orton Shaw will be able to clear it out towards Theo Thomas this time as he holds the brakes on Edgar Zvengus moving towards him. He'll be sent round the boards by Regan Kidd towards Luke Birchnell. He jumps over one of the sticks that nearly brought him down. Birchnell still going. He gets Gets hit at the boards. Birchall again with 2 goals to his name. Looking for his hat-trick, didn't get one yesterday. Chance now, but just reacting in the nick of time was Jonas Bennett. Down into the corner, 30 seconds left. Thomas. To Birchall. Out towards Rushby. He's unable to hold on to it. Noble gets there first, who backhands it towards Wigginton. Can Leeds just pull one back before we go into the Ice Cup? What other team talk be for both sides is going to fall out of the zone? That's going to be it for the first 40 minutes of hockey. It was a tie game, or it was a 1-0 game, sorry. After the first period in favour of the Knights, a 4-goal period for Nottingham though gives them a healthy advantage going into the Ice Cup. We'll be back in about 20 minutes time for the conclusion of our under-18s national final.
We're going to resurface the ice. We'll be back here in around 15-20 minutes time. Once the ice is being resurfaced, 5 team photos are available on the concourse. They've been taking photos throughout the weekend and also taking player portraits, so head over to those. Team GB have a merchandise stand and lots of great Team GB merch, as well as discounted merch available on the Team GB stand. There are also programs and long-standing jerseys available from the English Ice Hockey Desk. That's on your way into my Sheffield. Lots to see, lots to do here on Sunday afternoon. We'll be back here for the third and final period in around 15 minutes time. Who's on back onto the ice at the head of the third period. He leads Junior Knights. Brings on to back their opponents, the Nottingham Lions. We will numbers away the third period. The Nottingham Lions lead 4 goals to Leeds United 1. Are you here with the Leeds Junior Knights? Are you here with Nottingham Lions? Third period underway.
We're ready then for the third period. 6 down, puck shot down. They are off. Leeds need to find 3 goals to call this back. Nottingham have been physical and faster the whole way through. Frustrated Leeds. And a 4-goal period has given them the advantage going into the final 20 minutes. Leeds though, some great coaches, like the Lions alike. What have they been able to do? Have they been able to maximise that 15-minute break to come up with a plan to try and pull this lead back? Going to go all the way down, icing waved off. Out in front to Sam Miller, needs to be wary of Wigginton behind him. 2 goals yesterday for the Leeds number 27, hasn't got much going since. The blue line, Regan Kidd across towards Alex Rushby, a goal so far in this final. Birchall with 2 crashing forward. Theo Thomas thought he would get himself on the score sheet. The only top line forward to not be on with a goals. He's kept in at the blue line by Mackenzie. He's been so good at that all game. As now the coach is getting frustrated out in front. The Leeds bench not happy at all. Across to Liam Morton-Shaw. Now with Rushby. Stepping forward, great kick save there made by Adamson. The Leeds turn back the other way with Finn Braden. O'Sullivan gets a hit absorbed and gives the possession away in the end anyway. The Lions move down with Kingston McKenzie. Out of position and on his weaker side, he will still kick on, turn over to Rushby, across, he spots space for Sam Miller. We know he can shoot, but Adamson can save as well. Luke Birchnell gets a little bit of pushing and shoving, standing too close to Adamson. Good face off, bang on, 2 minutes gone. Towards Sam Miller, kept in at the blue line. It's ever rising along the glass and allows Leeds to get possession back. They miss control. That one straight in on net from the blue line. It's just wide there by James Mather, picked back up by Ewan Woodward across towards Regan Kidd. Down low towards Marlon. Leeds give it over cheaply. Woodward, he's been so good at tidying these up the game so far, and he's got his second, tidying up defensive zone errors from the Knights. 2 goals, similar goals, both forcing the error, taking the turnover, walking it forward, and it's 5 past Adamson. And Nottingham are high flying here in the south of Yorkshire. And just for good measure, there's going to be a power play coming up to Nottingham as well. He's into the box. I believe Rocco Marlon is going to sit. We'll wait for the official announcement of the call is.
Number 5, the Nottingham Lions scored number 11, Ewan Woodward.
Confirmation of Woodward being the goal scorer. He joins Birchall looking for his hat-trick. Thomas just laying on top of the Leeds Knights players. Liam Morton-Shaw walks into the zone. Takes his time before he drops it back towards Rushby. Thinks of Michigan, tried it twice yesterday, came so close once, and he thinks the gap is a big enough one to try and start with the fancy stuff. Does he try it again? Brings it behind the goal, fakes it, before trying to pump it out towards Morton-Shaw on the near side, but it's off the side of netting and it comes out. It's down towards the blue line, chipped on for Kingston McKenzie to pick it up. Tries to centre it through, goes over Rushby. Look at the Knights players held up so they can't get to the puck. Birchnell towards Rushby. Cross to Kingston McKenzie. Skidded off Adamson, who's been so good as a poor turnover at the boards. A rare mistake by Rushby and Edgar's Vengis. This could be dangerous. Closed down though by Kingston McKenzie. Both showing by the GB players there. McKenzie doesn't fall for anything offside. The Knights. Morton-Shaw just making sure Vengis is okay as he took a heavy hit. Thankfully, he's up to his feet and okay. That would be a massive, massive loss. Certainly, top 3 players on this ice can make an argument for being the best player on this Leeds side. Down off towards James Mather. Leeds started out so strong. It's almost like what Leeds younger sides do to other teams. First period can be competitive and they just grind them down and they make it so hard, they tire them out, and come the third period, it looks like they've just given up. And it's a similar up here, but to the reverse. It was so close at the start. A real hard-fought battle. They're trying to feed it across to the other side. End of the power play for Nottingham. But Leeds were open up the scoring, close in, and O'Sullivan's going to get himself space, and a brilliant poke check there by Woodward. Offside goes O'Sullivan, and now have to swing back round. Offside, or sorry, gone down for icing from Nottingham. They'll have to start after a fairly long shift. Opened the scoring, have been so close. They competed for the first period, but a 4-goal second period and a big hit there on towards Oliver Straw. Pushed aside there by Kembry. Now it's up towards the blue line. Kembry, one of the big strengths in the under-16s national final last year, which Nottingham won their second in a row. We drive to that class of 16s now in this 18s group though, so it won't be an official three-peat, but similar to Leeds earlier with the 2 14s and then the 16s earlier. The Hazel Classitors won. A bit lazy from Nottingham as they just shoot off into the defensive zone, allows Leeds to try and wrap around a space for Noble and get one the second time round, just off the toe of Kembry. It's pushed aside. Rushby full press. Leeds do well though to hold on to it. They'll get a pass across in spaces, walking into the zone. Ollie Straw, he's not had much time, but he forces a good save as Mather then sits him down. In towards Hartley, he's not going to be going for icing. Orton Shaw pressed by 2 of them, gets it round the back of the goal. Now with Mather towards Theo Thomas. Across towards Liam Orton Shaw. It's a great shout from the Lions. Alternate captain can't get it back for as Lawrenstein swipes off him. Down at the hash marks. Thomas has worked it well. Down low is Rushby. He'll pick it up. Great pass out in front. Birchnell looking for his hat-trick. Can't do so. Rushby then tries to jam it short side. Orton Shaw. Down to Rushby. It's going to be not held on to. When nets come off, they say. Thought it had been held on to by the Flattons were protesting it being held on to by Adamson, where he had missed it the first time of asking. They'll get the whistle anyway as possession change. Left in the U18's national final. Reminder that coming up next is our under-14s action. Starts off with the Division 2 finalist Chelmsford. Will take on the Kingston Sharks. Second Chelmsford under 14 side in action as they face the Leeds Knights as they have been their 3rd final in the top age group. A fantastic academy over there, and you can think that it may not be long before they start winning all 3 of the junior national titles at the same time. Leeds without a squad at the under 12s this year though. So perhaps maybe there's still a saving grace for the other academies. Theo Thomas walks it into the zone. The shot from a tie, tangle off the stick. Then it will pop out again. Netted off its peggings. Delay whilst Adamson sorts his kit out. Face off won by Leeds. It'll be cleared out of the zone. Chased onto by Birchnell. Played round awkwardly off the boards behind the Lions' goal. Back with Kingston Mackenzie as we approach the halfway stage in this final period. Theo Thomas. Push forward into a bit of space. It's fed through well. They just can't put it home. Moving forward again. Rushby tries to clear it out, unable to do so. Cross towards Shaw. Line still playing at a decent pace here. Birchnell wanting his hat-trick. Adamson's glove says no, though. Hold on. Into the Lions' zone, Regan Kidd down into the boards, hits hard. Chips out and Woodward will collect. On the far side, dancing through the Lions, pushing on again, Leeds tidy up defensively. Not got to worry about some of these players playing in the 14s game, they can still go at full gas. Perhaps a little bit of fatigue, though. It's been their 4th game for some of them. Percival will press on to Miller. Gets it out nicely, though. They settle down as a big hit. James Mather lays down one of the Knights players, I believe. That was Tor, who's also not been shy of physical stuff, who got sat down. And late there from Liam Peters, he comes out to lay a hit. He gets his first shift of the game. Kidd to Shaw. Dangling through, Rushby winds up a big one, over the glass it goes. Picked back up by Regan Kidd. It's been a real workhorse this game, made it difficult. Rushby trying to pick a corner just off the side netting. One back by Birchall, out in front Rushby. Still with the Lion superstar. He pushes into open space, hounded by 3 of the Knights players though. Wristed in from range, that's never troubling the net of Adamson. Alton Shaw gets pinned up again and down the length of the ice it comes, and Mackenzie gets his legs working to make sure icing is called. Back will come down in towards the lead zone after a long and tiring shift. stick there was Edgar's Vengis. He had to try and kick it out. He's going to retrieve it now. It's well defended there by Lawrence Dean. We'll chip that down. We'll go for icing, and there's going to be a protest about that. Ref, just a bit of a warning there. Lions come back down. Did eventually get a bit of a change out for the Knights as well, so if they're feeling as bad about that ice. It's picked up by Jonas Bennett. He'll try and tie up Rushby. He's picked his pocket well. He's going to send this down, and this could go for icing again as Miller wins the race. Bennett tried to sneak off the ice. He'll be pulled back. Of play. They want Lions now protesting a delay of game. Face off one by the Lions as Rushby, a quick release. They're trying that plan up again with Rushby. From the face-off, out in front of trying to crash it home, it's loose. Adamson full sprawl, gets something onto it. Finally, Leeds will be able to change after a long shift. Towards Lee Morton Shaw, wristed in from range, straight into the chest of Adamson though. Still been solid despite the scoreline. Brought down, no call. Livington looking a bit amused about the lack of an arm being raised by the referee. Sorry, Elon Berman probably has a good case about that one. Stick lifted up, that's fine. He's then pulled back, a late hit after, and again asking the question. The game's been allowed to play rather freely by the referee. Clark chips it down, he's pushed off by Noble. Kidd still in, and there's a big hit into the boards. He's down, hard goes Elon Berman. As Adam Clark with some physical stuff. Just getting a warning about that. Whether it's a fair or a penalty, I don't quite know what the warning could be for. Towards Jonas Bennett. He's going to be carried around by the Leeds number 13. Off of towards this near side. It's a great pass out. Well collected by O'Sullivan. He's just going to run out of rink to work with for now. Around the house as he comes. We'll bring it up high to the top of the rink as down is one of the Leeds players. He's going to have to let it go as Nottingham in possession. Full stretch out. Darren Tooling will hold on to it. Across O'Sullivan. It's a big hit, the hand stays down. That gets a roar from the Leeds fans below us. 7 left in the game. It's with Edgar's Vengis. Vengis pushes on. With O'Sullivan. That's swiped off him by Liam Peters. He'll chip it down and get a change. Vengis leads the line again for his side. It's with him, now with Bennett. Chipped up off the linesman. Hartley tries to get there first. A 50-50 though is won by Mather. Adam Langridge just misses his check. He's turned around by Lawrence Dean. Same lines for the most part, been playing so often. How tight this is. They don't want to give anything away. The fitness of these players, though, are able to. Langridge walks into the zone. He gets tied up as he met a wall of 3 blue jerseys. Cross to Miller. Rowlands to Ewan Woodward. Chip back out. The Lions unable to clear the zone as of yet. Back with Rowlands. We'll send back down towards Theo Thomas. Crossway to Rushby. Thomas 4 games yesterday, wants one now. It's a brilliant save. Rushby tries to put home his second, but it's cleared out by Leeds. And it will go for icing as Liam Walkinshaw gets there. Back up they will go in towards Leeds territory. Hartley's been out there for a while. Walkinshaw, that's wristed in, tipped down by Regan Kidd. High on towards the other side. First foot of Jenkinson, unable to clear the blue line. Pops out towards Regan Kidd. He'll backhand it away cheaply to the Knightsford. Ben Elliott gets himself moving down across the far side. Chip down and round to Somerton. Thomas. That's poor, and now will be picked up by the Lions number 77. That's Harrison Clark. Down the middle of the Lions. Gonna ice this here. It's Regan Kidd, got blocked. Protest, but there's not much that's really wrong with that. Pulled into centre ice, so I'm guessing there may have been an argument that it was touched just briefly. Jeff. Woodward takes it from centre ice out towards Alex Rushby. Tries feeding it through towards Ewan Woodward. Less than 5 minutes remain in this game. Doesn't look likely that Leeds will get anything out of this. Braden. Cross towards Ewan Woodward. Swamped away by Rushby. Chip it over. Down with Birchnell. Move forward as he just loses control of it. Down towards Faith Laverty. Towards Mather on the Lions zone. Off the boards towards Rushby. Back with Bennett. Just a reminder, 2 more games up this weekend. End of the competitive ice hockey season. The turnover and penalties coming up. Adam Clark going to go for interference. His second penalty of the game. 214's games coming up for you then. So, you see Leeds win the face-off cross, and they'll try and just get another one on the board in this final. Jonas Bennett, Donovan Hashmarks, fed through to Edgars Vengis. Can't tip it home though. Push it back in, unable to do so. And Leeds just try and work it through. They'll spend the majority of the remaining time of this game. With the extra man on the ice, unless they score, be walked forward towards Hartley at the flex. One of the Lions players, that's Theo Thomas, hit the deck. It'll be lifted down instead. In the 14s games after this is Kingston Sharks. This is the Chelmsford Golden Eagles in the under-14s Division 2 final, and then the under-14s national final. Division 1 is how we'll end the weekend as the Leeds Knights look for their second national title. A three-peat of under-14s to go for overtime vote to get to Slough. They'll face the Chelmsford Braves, who comfortably dispatched the Nottingham Lions under-14s in rather embarrassing fashion. Birchnell across to Mackenzie. Rushby wants it over on this near side. It's not coming towards him. He'll chase it down. Round the back of the net. Down of a half-board. Leeds move forward. Less than 2 minutes remain in the game. Still moving forward. Drop down. Now up towards the point. Lawrence Dean nearly hustled off the puck. It finds its way across to Wigington. Now Lawrence Dean again. Final few seconds of a man advantage. Kembury. Great save at the flex rather rapidly. And Adam Clark, aggressive on the chase, forces the pass down the lane. It's going to pop out towards Finn Braden. Liam Morton-Shaw tries to force him round. Kembury called into action instead. And Leeds trying to take something back up to West Yorkshire. Birchnell wants his hat-trick, but Mackenzie's pass was nowhere near the intended target. It's tipped into the zone by Ollie Straw, picked up by Harry Molson for the Lions. Rushby, final minute. Birchnell tries one thing, sorry, it's Dan Tooling. Across to Harry Molson. Ton there again. Adamson pushed it aside. The Lions just count down the seconds, the longest minutes of their life, looking for some of these lots, their third title in a row, their 18s. Lost out in the semi-final. For some of these, it's going to be 3 in a row. The likes of Alex Rushby, Kingston Mackenzie, Theo Thomas, Harry Molson, they were all part of that 16s team. This will be their 3rd in a row. The Lions roar it home. They've made Sheffield their jungle. Kings of Yorkshire. They're just going to dance it away. Frustrations from Leeds. The seconds count down. Lions are the under-18s national champions. Helmets, gloves, sticks, all fly in the air. They are victorious in Sheffield. Leeds, they won it in the 16s. Can't do it at 18s. They are the champions. And look how much it means to them. They swarmed the goal. They could not be happier. Let it sink in. We've still got 2 more to do. Don't you worry, the action's not over. We'll be back in half an hour's time, where we have 2 more games. The under-14 sees out the competitive season here in England. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back very shortly.